And we're live. This is fun. Lady Trish being on here with the live. It makes it interesting over here, shall we say, because she's just having a blast messing with things before we go live, thinking that the audio is not going to catch up on that, and it does. But hey, so we're here. All right, let us know if you can see and hear us in the comments. We're going to be getting going with this here very shortly. Just kind of an impromptu live that we wanted to do, but we wanted to go ahead and bring both of us up on here since we are both halves of the company. It is not just me. I am merely the face, but I can't be the only pretty one up on here. So we, going to go ahead and bring her up on here to make sure it looks even prettier on that side. So let's see. It shows that we are on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. All right, so the main thing that we want to discuss, and we'll kind of go along, and as people come in, we'll kind of catch them up or whatever. But we have Friday coming up. We're incredibly excited about that, right?
Yes, very much so.
100th milestone episode of hosting Hell of a Show. The regular show that's going to be on there is going to be Rob Multari, Mog Park for Snowpaw 2. And then we're going to have the celebration show directly after. It is important that everybody understands Rob Multari and Mog Park will have their regular show for Hell of a Show. I'm not going to take away their time for our celebration on there. It'll be mentioned, of course, that it's the 100th episode for that. But we don't want to make it where it's all about that on their time to be on there. That's why we're having the celebration show directly afterwards. So look at probably about a 10 or 15 minute delay in getting to the celebration show right after theirs is over with. And then we'll get into that. As far as the celebration goes and all, we actually have some news that we found out about today that Lady Trish is going to let you know about another milestone that we hit that we didn't even know we were going to hit now.
Yeah, we started Twitter on today last year. Talked Phil into branching out into another market so that there are more opportunities to share out and get people noticed. And I got pinged this morning, notice from Twitter telling me happy anniversary. So we're celebrating our 1 year on Twitter. And when we started this, we set a goal. We didn't really want to set it too high. We weren't sure how things were doing. And we thought 200 followers was a little on the high side. But we went ahead and set that goal, and we actually made that goal. When I checked a little while ago, we were at 201 followers. So we made that goal on our anniversary. So that's good. Our next goal is set too. So we are aiming for 600 in the next so that's double what we did this year. So adding an additional 400 followers, that will actually unlock Twitter Spaces for us. So that is kind of exciting, especially to be able to reach that milestone in our, within 2 years of being on Twitter. That would be huge.
Absolutely. And if you're unfamiliar with Twitter Spaces, it is basically getting on there without the use of doing comments. You can actually get on there and talk. But the moderator would have control over whenever the microphones are in use and whenever they're not. But it's a good way to have actual discussions, panel-style discussions on there without having to deal with bouncing around from different windows that are open and things like that. So it'll be an interesting way to kind of expand the market, the way that other people view the market, what we're doing and everything with that too. But as far as the celebration goes, we're going to show off a few of the giveaway items here in just a little bit as well. We wanted to make sure we had a few more people showing up for that. We're going to have some fun with this. We wrote down some stuff and went through some giveaway items and wrote up what all is going to be in there. The grand prize, if I'm not mistaken, has 16 items in it.
Possibly 17. We're still waiting on word on one other prize for that.
Okay, so there's that one. There is a prize that is also going to be announced as well, which we've added in there, kind of like a bonus structure prize, which is a whopping 13. Love that number. So there's 13 pieces involved in that. And then we have other things we're going to be doing where we'll be spinning the wheel and landing on some other things that are available that we're going to be giving away as well.
Yeah, Phil's decided he's going to play Demon Says, We have a catchphrase that we're going to announce that if you catch him saying it, you'll get a chance to spin the wheel for one of the prizes. But we're going to do a wheel of prizes, and you guys will get to spin the wheel if you do the Demon Says or catch him in his catchphrase.
Good luck on that, because you know I'm very sneaky about that kind of stuff. Very subtle. That's my name, Subtle Phil, not Demon Phil, but Subtle Phil. So I am actually looking through the prizes right now, trying to dig out a couple of them here. If you want to go ahead and let them know.
Well, we got one. Let me reach back here and grab this one.
Pay no attention to the woman behind the curtain that's actually opening up, because that should never open during a show.
We have one of the prizes is going to be Slimer.
Limited edition Slimer Funko Pop.
And yeah, it's pretty interesting because Slimer disappears.
Wow, that's okay. So just letting you know, this is not one of those false advertising things. If you get, if you are able to win this, it does not disappear right in front of you.
It just does it on camera.
It just does that with us, yeah. It likes us for some reason like that. We have some interesting prints. Let me make sure I cover up certain areas, because a certain artist over there, man, this girl can draw, Steph Wilson, having to cover up some of the circlage on there. But that is a gold print there. And then we have a David Harrigan print that is actually signed as well. Things like that will be in there. But if you think that's going to be all that we're going to be throwing in there, oh, no, 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 no. We are going to get interesting with this. I've actually got, let's see if I can find some stuff here. Doesn't do it justice on the screen. That is Berserker #1, and if you can tell right now, that is the foil. That is a hot item. That was going for quite some time and still is, especially with the series in the movie looming on the horizon. I am digging through some other stuff over here. We get a lot of stuff in here, actually.
Yeah, I think we spent, 3 hours digging through your personal collection and going through totes of things people have sent us for giveaways, yes. Putting these prize packages together.
Nobu Yoki sent us a little miniature stuffed animal deal from, this is all the way from Hawaii, by the way. So you talk about bridging some gaps and bringing some of the culture from different places. It's got a nasty nanner on its head, so I don't know if it's just maybe a trash panda. That's probably what that is.
And bananas are not nasty. You don't know what you're talking about.
We will be discussing that off camera. We've got, let's see. Of course, I'm going to be throwing some of these in there as well. The Blue Coat Missionary. Adam Fields is the one who went ahead and did these. As far as went ahead and inked them and wrote them out and everything. This is the book that we've talked about a few times on my show that will actually save lives. They go out there in the field and give coats, boots, hats, whatever they need during the wintertime to vets who are out there in certain areas and keep them from freezing to death during the season. So it's a big, big deal with this on getting involved in that. Something else that I got in here that I'm excited about that I've had for a little while here. One of our brothers in arms that helps us with a lot of sharing online and all. St. Peter's Gate, Fran Comensanis. I will get this right, Fran. I swear I will. Comensanis. And this is a novel that he did, which Path of Darkness is actually a pretty good book here. I'm going to let y'all know right now. It's actually signed. I could show you if I could, keep messing things up. He actually signed the inside there. And yes, it comes with some bookmarks and some other stuff in there. Good work to go ahead and pay attention to as well. But as if that wasn't enough, some other things that we're putting in here that we're adding in. that if I could do this without messing up some stuff, it would be great. But we have things like Monty Michael Moore. This is a sketchbook that's in here. Can I show any of these pages? I actually can. If y'all know Monty Michael Moore, some excellent work in here. And this is the full book, brand new. This is actually in the grand prize pack. The show is going to be all about having fun. That's the main point of all of this. But it's also going to have some points in there where, like what Demon says, we're going to tell you to go and look up a certain crowdfunding that's going on, or a certain creator that's out there, or something. You never know what's going on up in here that I can think of. But it's going to be a fun event to go ahead and just bring it up to where people can get involved, and it'd be very interactive for everybody as well. So those are some of the prizes that we've got for that, and that's not all of them. I mean, I got a tote of stuff over here. So we're looking forward to that. We've got a couple of them that'll be drop shipped from creators because they've agreed to do so, which is great. And then we're looking at some surprises that will be talked about and dealt with during the show as well, which is going to be a lot of fun. So hell of a show, celebrating 100 episodes on there. What could possibly make this weekend any better than having the 100th show, hosting hell of a show, the celebration show? How do you finish off a weekend like that? I mean, I'm curious on that. Is there anything else we could possibly think of? Oh yes. Unscripted After Darke is coming. Yes. This series was a lot of fun whenever we did it back in the day with regular Unscripted. We're actually going to take it and, for lack of better terms, twist it even darker this time. I didn't think that was even possible, but we're going to do something totally different with this. We're going to branch into different markets. That's right, not just comics, not by any means, actually. And it's going to get interesting. We're branching out into lifestyle-oriented, trying to do this without actually saying the names, because then, you know, the ban hammer starts hitting in some areas. It'll be on YouTube only, so you don't have to worry about the ban hammer. But we're going to be talking about risque art, risque writing, risque practices, risque tools and toys.
Oh yeah. We have a toy maker that is going to be on the show Saturday with us. So,
I mean, not to be confused with toy maker like in the horror movies type thing, but, you know, and not Pinocchio either. This thing, whenever you lie to, you know, it lies to you. It doesn't. Well, maybe it does grow longer. I don't know. Anyway, we're going to save that one for the show. We're not getting into that right now. But it's going to be a great show, having a lot of fun on there.
Well, some of the toys might do that.
Other Phil, what's up? Appreciate you being here, brother. Hey, we're just having an impromptu sit down talking about how much we're excited about the milestone show coming up on Friday. Looking forward to that. And then we got the celebration show, which is right after the milestone show. And then right after that, on Saturday, we have Unscripted After Darke will be debuted. And man, are we hitting the ground running with that one? We've got a full panel.
Oh yeah.
To discuss all kinds of fun things. You never know what could possibly come up in conversation on there, but you have to be on YouTube, and you're going to have to hit that button that says you're 18 and older. Sorry, but it's going to happen. I have to cover myself on this. I'm too pretty to go to prison. It just can't happen. But you definitely want to be a part of this if you're into any of that risque nature, anything. And I do mean that literally and very vaguely, anything, not just comics, but other markets out there as well, because we are bridging the gap with those. And what we have started and what we are working with on this is going to be a huge bridge into a big market bridge to bring everything together and make it a safe space. I cannot stress that enough. A safe space for people to get on there and talk about things and educate. So it's going to be a lot of fun talking about some of the products and all, but it's going to be educational as well, which is going to be a lot of fun.
Yes, and the theme for the new Unscripted, as well as the Twitter Spaces, when we reach that milestone, will tailor to the NSFW market, inside and outside of comics.
The risque market. The risque market. The
Okay.
risque market. We can't give letters on here because Facebook doesn't like it whenever you start naming alphabet stuff. Skynet has algorithms for that, so we don't want to do that. So
And
let me
there
see.
goes my alarm.
I got calendars going off. I got alarms going off. All kinds of fun stuff over here. You're fine.
Okay.
They can just listen. It's like having music in the background.
Creepy merry-go-round music.
You know, it's what happens whenever you get a box in the mail and you don't know how to open it and you're trying to figure that thing out. It kind of, plays music every once in a while. I don't know. If a clown pops out tonight from going ahead and messing with that thing, we're done with that. I'm telling you right now, it's done. But it's all about having fun. We got a lot of things that we're working on with our shows. Quite a bit more than everyone is aware of, I think. But one of the main things that we're looking at is branching out and stopping to where, yes, we're still going to have shows and get creators on there and get to know who they are and get to know their works and show off their projects. I have no problem doing that. But we want to kind of move away from that being the focal point on there and try to get some more of the yeah, no, I mean, it's sitting here and it's very tempting. I'm just gonna have to see what happens. We'll see. If y'all don't see me here after a few days, then yeah, check the box. What's in the box? But we have a lot of different shows that we're working on. One of the ones that I'm having a lot of fun right now with is actually the 31 Days of Halloween countdown.
Yes.
I do the recording of them, and I talk about why they're my choice in this particular one. This beautiful woman right here, she is the brains behind going ahead and making sure it gets put out there daily so that y'all can see these, and then they get shared out from there, which we greatly appreciate as well. But it's more than just giving my, in a comment or in a post or something like that, talking about what my favorite is. It's actually me getting up on screen saying, this is what it is, this is the synopsis, this is why I chose it. That means a lot to me on that because it gives it more of a personal feel, and that's what I want to do with my shows as well. One of the other shows that we're having a lot of fun with is What's in Your Watch List. That is the media review show that I've had on here for some time, where we've been going over shows like She-Hulk, Lord of the Rings, Rings of Power, Andor. I did one on Cobra Kai. I just did one today on Hellraiser 2022 version, in which I did have the box present. So that could have gone interesting. You never know what you could see on camera with that. But we're having a lot of fun with these things and adding different things to them to make them more interactive, more fun for everyone that's out there, and bring in more of the fan base. Lady Trish brought up a point to me at one time, said that my shows are great. And I love whenever somebody starts with that particular sentence right there, because it's like, oh, I suck. I should stop doing this. She said, your shows are great, but, and I'm like, oh, a nail in the coffin. She said, what about, catering more towards the fans and not just the creators? And I started thinking, well, that is true. I mean, as much as I enjoy seeing the same people on here on a regular basis and having the consistency, that is great, but I want to see a bigger fan base start showing up to the spotlight that we're putting on the indies and everything else around it as well. So that's why we're doing these shows the way that we are. What's in Your Watch List is definitely done that way. I can't do it without giggling. Between the covers. There you go. She chose it just so I could giggle every time I say it. Between the Covers is actually a book review show that I do.
Look, after Saturday, you're going to be surprised that he giggles to that.
Yeah. It's one that I'm enjoying because I get to review the books that I want to and kind of show them off and dig into them that way. But we're going to add a different element in there. Now we're going to add something where it's not just me up here doing this. We're going to add where Lady Trish is going to come into it and review the same book with me. And then we're going to do like a Siskel and Ebert type thing up here, because I have experience in comics. I have, the knowledge and things on how things work behind the scenes.
Oh my gosh, you're actually going to admit it on live camera that I had no idea about comics before meeting him. I never read a comic in my life, was never part of the comic scene, have never been to a Comic-Con. So all of this is new to me. And when we first got together, he used to tell me all the time, "Don't ever admit that on live."
Well, it's different if you admit it. If I do, it's kind of like, putting your foot through the door for you.
Uh-huh.
But
No, it's more like I don't want everybody thinking, "What were you thinking, hooking up with someone who knew nothing about comics?"
well, I mean, she's pretty and she kisses really well. So, I had to overlook the whole fact that she hadn't read comics. We let that one go. But she has decided to go ahead and read the comics with me, and then we'll be reviewing those, which ought to get very interesting because being that we are engaged, we want to make sure that we actually do get married at some point. So if we do have moments where we don't agree on certain things with these reviews, it could change things for the future. We'll have to see. You'll have to tune in on that one to see how that goes. I don't know. Start up a new prenup that we have to go through. I don't know. But we'll have to figure something out with that. But it's going to be a lot of fun. Different views that are on there, different viewpoints, perspectives, and open for discussion, of course. Whenever we're done, people can jump on there because it'll be pre-recorded. But if people want to jump on afterwards and comment or open a discussion on there, we're fine with that. One thing, my shows have always been the 4 rules: no politics, no religion, no drama, no negativity. Everything still falls within that. But the main thing is I don't want any trolling. That kind of goes in the whole no drama thing as well. So much has been going on here lately, especially with streaming services and all, and some of the shows that are on and movies. And people just can't wait to pick these things apart and just nothing but negative. I understand some things are negative. Monsters. Nope, not going there. Anyway, you won't see a review from me on that one. I don't do negative reviews, therefore you will never see a review of Monsters. Point made.
I honestly questioned because I was in the middle of drawing for Inktober, and he said we were going to watch Munsters. And at first, I thought, okay, we're going to watch a remake of the traditional Munsters Munsters. But then when I looked up at the TV and saw what was playing, I'm like, that's not Munsters.
No. Anyway, so let's go ahead and clear the slate on that one and run backwards so that that never came out of the mouth and happened on there. But negativity doesn't happen with there, so the trolling just can't happen. So like I say, with every single show that I do, and I do in my whenever I set it up at the very beginning, 2 things happen. I tell everybody no trolling, and if any comments up there that look like they're trolling it, they'll be removed, just because we're making this fun for everybody. We don't want to make this where it's difficult for anybody to be on here. We want to make, it's safe, it's fun, that kind of deal. The other thing is spoiler alerts. If I say spoiler alert 2, 3, 4 times on there, I've covered myself. So I don't want anybody complaining saying you actually spoiled such and such episode or such and such movie or whatever on there. I do this, but I also let you know ahead of time. It's not like I put it in the comments directly to let you know how the main character died in a certain movie, or how quickly I turned off Munsters before I decided it was just not good enough to watch. Those things are in there. You gotta wait for the spoiler alerts and then get past that. By the way, I lasted less than 10 minutes. Just throwing that out there.
And my comment about that wasn't Munsters, was just because I was confused. I looked up and I honestly did not recognize the movie. It was I thought it was actually named Monsters after I looked up at it instead of Munsters, and then he's like, no, it's Munsters.
And other Phil's got a spoiler overlay. He can send you. You know what? I thought about using spoiler overlays, so I will gladly take you up on that, because I'm having some fun with whenever I do the spoiler alerts on there. If you have looked at any of mine, especially go look at Cobra Kai. I got a little too overzealous with that. My inner stingray was just boiling over at that point. But the spoiler alert for that one, just to let you know, and this is a spoiler alert for the spoiler alert. Well, that's like a 4th and 5th wall and 6th wall type thing going on. That is cool. So it was spoiler alert, spoiler alert, spoiler alert, is the way I always do it. But with this one, because it was Cobra Kai, I got in character. So I was spoiler alert, And of course, I was wearing the traditional black band
Oh, he
across my
did the
head there.
voice and everything.
Spoiler alert! And I got into it. So it's a lot of fun. She laughed about it. She, thought, what an idiot, but I'm still going to marry him. She's on meds. What can I say? Must be good ones if she's decided to stay with me.
Kisses for you tonight.
But it's all in fun. That's the main thing that we're trying to get to. And the spoiler alerts won't kick in, and spoil anything on there as long as you watch at the very beginning and see that those things are going to happen. So keep in mind with that. With Hell of a Show, you're starting to notice already there is a trend of something changing on there. There's a change in the wind. I want to thank Larry, Niobe Comics, because he gave me the moniker a while back, the Johnny Carson of any comics hosting. Now, it may sound like something funny to a lot of people that are out there. I took it seriously because, well, I'm old and I kind of grew up on Johnny Carson stuff. Don't even crack a smile. Don't do it. Oh, God, she did it. So, to me, that was a matter of respect in there. And it made me really think. And that's why you've seen the hashtag on all of my shows since I've come back around this time that say back to basics. With basics means I'm coming back and actually getting into who the creators are, or who my guests are, should I say, because it's not just creators anymore. I've got some guests on the list. And some that I am anxiously trying to get on here. Whew. Yeah. Can't talk about that, though. No spoiler alert on that one. I'm just not going to say it. But with Johnny Carson, it was a matter of getting people on there, and he would make sure that they not only had the spotlight for what they were talking about, but would make it fun and interactive for the audience. The audience was so included into everything. So we're doing that again. One of the main things that I am doing is I fire off with random questions at the guests that are on there. The new name for where they are sitting is the hot seat. I mean, you're on Hell of a Show. How can it not be a hot seat? So we're having fun with that. Think of, if it were Squid Game, but instead of using, a loaded revolver, because we're not doing the Alec Baldwin thing. Well, too soon. Not supposed to do that. No, that was out loud. Save that for Unscripted After Darke. Mark that down. We'll use, squirt guns or something like that. I don't know. Whatever we can get away with on there. Skynet is so picky about what you can use, so don't want any of those red eye things coming after me. You know what I mean? It's a Terminator reference. It's a movie that was in the 80s, 90s. That was.
He picks on me because I grew up in a rather impoverished lifestyle. My mom was a single mom, and we didn't own a TV. We didn't go out to the movies. So there is a lot I have not seen.
You're supposed to give spoiler alert before you start telling them stuff like this. I'm trying to teach you all this, and you're not catching on.
So he picks on me for it a lot.
Well, whenever there are certain epic movies that have not been seen, it's like, oh, these things need to be discussed before I asked you to marry me, because we got to go back in time on this. You have seen Back to the Future, right?
Yes.
Thank goodness. All right, Lost Boys?
No.
Oh God, that's the big one. Okay, I'm okay. I'll survive. Who do we got in here? Oh, look, we got Atrocity Press in here. Yelling spoilers. Absolutely, you got to teach her that, Max. Spoiler alert on that.
I mean, but when you grow up without a TV, you read a lot of books.
I don't know how we met either. I know. Everyone out there is going, what the hell just happened on this show? I don't know either.
Well, this coming from the guy who thought that the current Lord of the Rings was the Battle of Sauron, and they're talking about the Battle of Morgoth. I mean, you got to read some books sometimes.
I was going based off of what I was watching at the time, and you're supposed to say spoiler alert. People haven't seen the show.
I didn't give away anything that wasn't a real spoiler.
Oh my gosh. Next thing you know, you're going to talk about they're making a ring.
All I did was set the time period. It's before those were made. That's why it was called the Power of the Rings.
Well, now we can quit doing the reviews on that one. Oh boy.
The title gives that one away.
Oh, I know. Hey, Max, we started out this show talking about, we're excited about Friday and what's going on with the milestone show there and the after, the celebration show, and then talking about Saturday with Unscripted After Darke. Now we're discussing on what was in my drink at the time whenever we first met and how
And whether or not he's still going to marry me, because I'm clueless when it comes to comics and movies.
I mean, I got a lot of people out here that know me and know a lot of stuff and have a lot of things like that. So if y'all want to help, teach her and educate her in the ways of the, well, not the force, in the ways of the comic force, in the ways of the comic panel, I'll think of a hashtag for it later. But if y'all want to help her in that, I mean, this is your one right here.
Closest I ever got to a comic before meeting Phil was learning to draw stick figure comics in grade school, where we had to draw the stick figures on the edge of business cards and flip them to make them move.
Yep. And I mean, don't mention stick figures too loud and everything, because Max is looking for some new artists, in future projects and all. So he might reach out to you and say, "Hey, look, I need some stick figure stuff."
I can do a mean stick figure dribble in a basketball.
There you go. There you go. You read books, read more comics. There you go.
See, I read a lot of books without pictures.
This is not helping. This is not helping.
My mind creates the pictures for me.
We are slated to be married next year. We will see how that plays out. It's kind of like subscribing and not missing content on our YouTube. You want to subscribe just so you can make sure that we're actually going to get married next year. Now it's like, this is like a live action, who done it type thing going on right now.
Just make sure I don't disappear.
Who are you? Let me see. Let me see if I can ask the magical box on who she is.
Oh, you mean the magical box where they lied and it doesn't actually work?
Open. If I get this thing to open live on here, we're in trouble. No, but it's all in fun. And that's what we were talking about, Max, is just some of the things that are going on within the company on how we're branching out and how we're trying to make it where it's more fan based than just strictly creator base, which is great, because yes, I love all of y'all, my creators, and all of y'all that are in here, and everyone that follows. But we need to start branching out more to the fan base and start getting people involved to, I don't know, don't read comics at all.
I actually read. I read them now. You have to admit, we were sitting there going through comics, and you were talking about ones to get rid of, and I said, nope, I'm keeping that one.
And let's see.
I confiscated quite a few of them.
Did you see the recent Hellraiser? Other Phil, I did a review just today on that,
which will be dropping soon.
Which will be dropping probably this evening, I would imagine. Yeah. And by the way, there are spoiler alerts in that one, so be forewarned on that. But I will tell you ahead of time at the very beginning. But yeah, we can definitely talk about that away from here, because I don't want to give this all away to other people who did not watch it. But and yes, Atrocity Press built a Twitter clone, Jibber Jabber. God, I love saying that name. Jibber Jabber. That he did over there it's in the beginning stages. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to have Max on to talk about that, actually, because I want to see the goal of being how big this thing can actually be and what all it encompasses and who all is going to be there. That's going to be a lot of fun.
Oh, that's what you were telling me about.
Yep, exactly. Well, he launched it, and
oh, you didn't tell me he launched it.
Well, it was a quiet launch, and I jumped on there, and it's been like 2 days. It's been on there, I believe.
Oh, really? It launched 2 days ago, and I'm just now hearing about it. See, he doesn't tell me everything either.
He read a comic once.
I would hope so, since you create them.
I mean, he's artist, creator. I think he writes too. I'm not sure. I mean, there's all kinds of stuff. I mean, these guys do all kinds of things up on there. And oh yeah, Max says it's open beta. So technically, I'm covered on that. I didn't have to tell you because it's open beta. It's not full launch. Nanner, nanner, haha.
We're business partners and life partners. You're supposed to tell me everything.
I took 2 craps and forgot to wipe on one of them.
Not that everything.
Oh, that wasn't supposed to be on the... Oh, God, I keep messing that up. That's Unscripted After Darke. We'll save all that stuff for there. You said you wanted to know everything.
Well...
Be careful what you ask for.
Well, technically, because I used to be a nurse, there might be times I might ask for it. So, depending on if you're feeling well or not.
And for those who are watching this now and will be watching this later, how did we get together? That's what a lot of people were kind of sitting there now. They're like, wait a minute, we know Demon Phil and all, and now we're learning about Lady Trish. What's the glue that holds y'all together? What was the deciding factor? Oh, for those kind of answers, you're going to have to tune in to Unscripted After Darke. I guarantee you. We can't have the under 18-year-olds hearing about that story.
It's not that bad. We had a date at an art museum. And we met in a local Facebook singles group.
Spoiler alert. I teach you these things and you still don't use them.
There's more details, but that's we can share.
Hey, other Phil, I definitely need that spoiler alert thing that you're talking about. In fact, if you could send that to me directly, I'll use it right now while we're up here. And every time she goes to say something, I'll slap it up on the screen. Spoiler alert. And just have it real quick up on there.
Now, telling you the story about how he corrupted such an innocent woman. Well, to be saved for Unscripted.
Not me. Patush, woman. No, not at all. Darkins, well, there was rain involved. Anyway, it's getting warm
He doesn't
here.
know. He doesn't know how close he just got that one.
It's getting warm in here. Yeah. So, we're not going to go into all that, but you can see how excited we are in dealing with getting ready for the milestone, getting ready for what more we have involved in all of this. And Thomas is in here. Oh crap! He called him. Don't do it 3 times. Don't do it, please. He'll show up. It'll be like the other juice guy that's on there, and you can't get rid of him whenever he comes up. It's a bad thing. I'm telling you. Don't.
When we were first getting ready to air, I kept whispering at him, "Tag Dell, tag Dell." And he just
because Dell shows up and then Dell doesn't leave. It just doesn't happen.
No, but Dell gets the people in the seats.
Oh wow! I don't get people in seats. I see how this is. All right. 3 times is how you call Steph Wilson. I'm telling you, that girl can draw. Yeah, 3 times we'll call her in, no problem. So many circles and stuff. There's just yes. Hence, like the tagline that's behind us, boobies. That would be his hashtag right now, especially this time of year. He tends to draw those a lot.
Oh, I've noticed.
Have you?
Yeah, you got a lot of his work. I've noticed.
I do not. Do not say that out loud. Oh my God, he's never gonna let me live that down. I swear, Steph said just went.
I think the only thing you got more of than Steph's work is Lady Death. He's obsessed with Lady Death.
I am sworn. I have no problem with that. Crap, you called me out and I don't have my freaking coin. Nobody coined me. Nobody do it. I was not prepared for that. That was her. You coined her. She brought it up. Yay, boobies! Yeah, no kidding.
I mean, if I wasn't a more confident woman, I think I might have been intimidated learning he had so many pictures of women with boobies hanging out.
Hold on a moment.
You're so funny.
What? I didn't do anything.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we're not sharing screen, right?
I have no idea.
You're supposed to be paying attention to these things.
You're the one that runs the program.
If I'm sharing screen, I apologize ahead of time-ish.
If you don't know if you're sharing screen, I would be careful about which folder you click into.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Because some of them folders would definitely get you banned.
I don't know what you're talking about. There it is. That's what we need. Yeah, I got to keep my finger over the hot button for that one. Thank you, other Phil, for that one. But yeah, we're excited. We're having a blast. We're having fun with this business. We had an idea of how we wanted to do something else with it, but come to find out that, well, to be honest with you, with marketing, it's great if you have partners and a team and people to actually delegate to and everything, and that's wonderful. The two of us working, on it on ourselves, that's a lot to take on. So we're not going to be going the marketing route on there. We're going to be sticking more with doing the shows and promoting through there. And then we're going to be moving into more of the agent role, is what we are delving into. But because we're bridging the gap between certain risque target markets out there, I'm having so much fun with this. That opens up a lot for what's going to be happening in the future. Be paying attention to that for certain. And yes, exactly, Max. It may not seem like much to a lot of people, but I'm going to go ahead and say right now, and go ahead and get this out, because I know we're going to talk about this on the Celebration show, but I'm going to say it right now, that it has been over 3 years since I started doing the shows, and I've had a blast doing them. But I've also had some serious pitfalls that have taken me out of play at some times on there. Some pitfalls that, for lack of better terms, they should have knocked me out of the game completely and totally done.
Especially this past year. This has been a rough one.
This one right here. That's the one you need to thank. I'm telling you right now. Without her, this would not even be a milestone we'd be hitting right now. I didn't want to quit by any means, because I want to help out as many people as I possibly can and all. But sometimes it gets to the point where there's so much on your shoulders and so much that's going on, not just with what you're doing business-wise, video-wise and everything, but life in general. And losing two really damn good friends at the same time that happen to be my same age, well, that'll just really kick you in the nethers and not be nice about it. So, that being said, y'all need to thank her. Make sure you do that. Make that a hashtag if you want to. Thank you, Lady Trish. Let's put that out there, get that trending. Because without her, there would be no Demon Phil continuing on with this. There would be no Hell of a Show 100, and there would be no Hell of a Show moving forward past 100. And man, are we moving forward past that. Oof.
Now you got one heck of a crazy lineup this week.
This week is stupid crazy. I'm trying to kill myself on that one, I think.
Yeah, that's one of the things I gotta sometimes step in and knock some sense into him, because sometimes he gets on here and pushes himself too hard, even though I push him not to give up when things get rough. But sometimes I feel like I compete with all of you out there for his attention.
Well, I have her penciled into the calendar, so there's times that I make sure that she has somewhat of a time on there. She has to make sure and email me ahead of time to make sure that I'm free for that particular time.
No, I don't have to email him. I'm the one that creates the calendars for the most part. So he's
Wait, you're not my boss.
I'm cracking down on that taking time away from us thing, because you get on here with so many responsibilities. Yep.
I don't think no. And there's no spoiler alert on that one. No boss. I am my own boss. And let's see, fill out the request forms in triplicate. And make sure they're notarized, and you got to go through the whole process. It's got to be legal. You want to make sure that there's no way that legal could get a hold of us and say you can no longer do this or be doing this anymore.
See, he forgets he may be the face of the company, but I do all the stuff in the background. That means I handle the finances, the legal, all of that. So
well, Thomas, the only reason that Lewis does that is because Steph won't answer his pager. He gave his pager number out there. He never answers the thing. He gets upset whenever people try to page him. So yeah, he's got to get into his DMs on that. In fact, if y'all are out there right now, jump into Steph's DMs. He loves having that, and tell him that the demon said, "What's up?"
Oh yeah, there we go. There's one of your demon says right there. Demon says, jump into Steph.
Oh, write that down. I am too old. I'll forget that stuff. Yes, we're doing that. Jason Doobie is here. What's up? Jason, we are talking about how Pinky and the Brain and I are going to be taking over the world. Wait a minute. Am I Did I just say you and the Brain? No. As in Brain and Pink. No, Brain and Pinky.
No,
Pinky and the Brain.
You're Pinky, I'm the Brain.
Damn. Narf. Point. Yeah. No, we're just talking about how excited we are about the Milestone show coming up on Friday.
Yeah, we were also talking about how he's the beautiful face of the company, but I'm the brains behind it all.
Wow. Make sure you set me up with an island there. Yeah. See what you started? Good job. Good job. Yeah. So it begins. Wow. I mean, is there what kind of island would you like? I mean, we'll go ahead and, first come, first serve. So go ahead and start throwing it out there. I mean, will it be sand on this island, or is this one of those that's completely concrete? I prefer one that actually has the cabin and the concrete and no woods, no bugs, no animals, that kind of thing. So
see, we're quite opposite that way. Give me a tent, give me all the food in the world, trees for me to fend for myself, and let me loose. As long as I have my crate of books, and we can throw some comics in there.
I'm not taking comics into the wild. What the hell's wrong with you? That's pushing it way too far. I'm telling you, everybody.
I know how to survive on my own in the woods.
I want everybody to know right now, and I will reiterate this on the Celebration show on Friday. Should anything ever happen to me, whenever it does, and I pass away from this earth, get my comics away from her. Yes, yes. Make sure you get those away from her. Get them somewhere.
Oh, they won't have a problem with that, but they'll have a premium to do it.
Yeah, reader copies, exactly. Yeah, don't take the key elements and the key issues and stuff like that out there. No. She knows some of them that she's not allowed to touch and mess with and everything. And every once in a while she'll pick up one. And she'll be like, "What's this one?" I'll be like, "Put it down slowly."
Oh, I know how to handle your comics.
We got all kinds of great stuff coming up. Like I said, first thing first is this Friday. This Friday, make sure you're there 8 p.m. Central. 8 p.m. Central time for Rob Moltari, Mog Park. Will be our 100th episode of Hell of a Show that I'll be hosting. They're going to be talking about Snowpaw 2. And, oh, yes, I will be hitting them with some random questions and having some fun with that. You never know what I'm going to throw out there just to have some fun with them. They will be laughing, whether they like it or not. We will be laughing on that show. And then the Celebration show is going to be open, rotating seats. So, yeah, I know I'm kind of asking for that. The last I did that was my birthday celebration where I got roasted. Larry's not in here, is he? Okay, good. So no chicken stuff is coming up.
He made me promise I would not tell.
A second, let me go ahead and take care of this right here because no, we're not doing that. No, we're not. No, we're not telling anything. There's nothing to tell. No. So we have the.
I gotta keep some secrets if I want him to marry me. No.
Exactly. So with that show, we're going to be getting people up on there in the rotating seats, and they're going to have their chance as past guests to jump up on there and let us know what they thought of their experience. But we also want to know what you want in the future. What are you looking at? How do you see Hell of a Show in the future? What exactly do you want to see in the future from that? Those are the kind of things that we want to see on there and have some fun with it, of course, too. And like I said, we got the giveaways that we're going to be doing, and I showed some of those earlier. And we have some other ones. God, other Phil, I swear. I'm trying to be nice. I am. I'm trying to be nice.
So you were wrong. People remember. No.
That is Larry's fault. I'm telling you. Larry made that viral. I mean, Gerald spoke it, but Larry made it viral. I'm telling you right now. But where was I? Before the whole chicken incident there. Not that chickens throw me off of track. No, that's not the case on that. I'm not distracted by chickens. I can't even. What? I can't talk now. Oh hell, this has gone.
I'm not dressing as a chicken, just so you know. I don't care how much you beg.
Whew, she went there. Thought we were saving that kind of stuff for Unscripted After Darke. Wow. I was sent as an emissary. Yeah, I bet you were. I bet you were. Larry's over there like the Emperor Palatine over in his ear. Do it. Do it now. Oh my gosh. So we're going to have a lot of fun with that show, with the celebration show. We've got a lot of giveaways to do on there. A lot of product to give away, which is going to be a lot of fun. And and here we go. Yep, Thomas says $20 is $20. I mean, gas is gas, right? Okay, well, just saying. You know, I can neither confirm nor deny said statement. I don't know. It's going to be a lot of fun. That's the main thing with it. But the Unscripted After Darke, just be prepared that whenever we say we're going darker, oh yeah. So if you've seen Unscripted in the past, that's where we kind of, I don't know, scratch the surface, basically, for lack of better terms. Sound about right?
Yeah.
So now we're going to be missing the cake. I can't even say that without giggling. So we're going to have a lot of fun with this. So thank you everyone for being on here and kind of, being with us on the celebration deal. Again, this is just the excitement part of it. This is not the actual celebration show. If this was a celebration show, I'd be crying right now because I didn't have that many people on here. But on Friday is a celebration. So we're looking forward to that. We're going to have a lot of fun. We just dropped number 99 today. Dropped on Darke Entertainment. If you're not on there, you need to be on there. That's where content gets dropped first. And then it's usually the next day or later in the evening, or depending upon when it's dropped, that I will go ahead and share it out on mine to get a few more eyes on there type thing. But yeah, Darke Entertainment's definitely going to be the place to be for that. But number 99 was dropped with Kevin Moore. I had an interview with him, and that was actually an author of a novel with, one of your books with no pictures.
Yeah.
That makes no sense to me, but, it was actually a good book, though. His Book of Souls is what I interviewed him for. And then Book of Demons dropped today on Amazon. Excuse me. Book of Demons right here. I need a crown to wear these things. Yes. Make it happen. You're the business partner. Get on that.
You got a crown to wear in there. I mean, it's a little on the girly side, but you're welcome to borrow it.
That's a tiara. That is not a crown, and I'm not wearing that. No, nobody out there. No, 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 no.
Well, I have a couple different ones. I even have the elven one with the big giant beads that come down around the ears.
Okay, look. If I wear anything like that on the celebration show, I'm telling you right now, you have to make me a special cosplay cover on your book.
Oh yeah, we can definitely add that to the maid's outfit. He can come in dressed as a maid wearing my my elven tiara.
Hang on, let me go ahead and take care of this because you're not very good at this. You really aren't. See, there. It's that simple. It's that. It's just right there. I mean, it's right there. So, yeah. Don't miss out.
I think he's learned the hard way. It's really hard to control what comes out of my mouth.
Yes. Very much so. So,
no matter how much he desires to try and control it.
I'm leaving that one alone. I'm saving that one for Unscripted After Darke. So many comebacks on that. So many. Don't miss out. Don't miss out on the stuff that's going on with us. Find out what's going on there. And if you're not over on Twitter, I mean, the ones that are over there that went ahead and got us to that 200 plus on our followers within 1 year, thank you, because we appreciate that, because I didn't think that was possible. And y'all basically just proved me wrong and made her where she gets a bigger smile now because she was right yet again, because I'm never right about a damn thing.
Yeah, when we set the goal a year ago, he told me that goal was too high. The 200 followers in 1 year was too high of a goal.
I swear, I didn't think size mattered in Twitter. Did I say that out loud? That is so unlike me. Anyway, that being said.
And if you follow us over to Unscripted After Darke, you may learn some things about Phil you wish you had never learned.
Like this is my true hair color. Does the carpet match the drapes? No, we're not going there. Anyway, wow, that is the perfect segue to go ahead and leave this one. So show up on Friday. Do not miss Friday, 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 Friday. Do I need to go into announcer voice on this one? Friday, Friday, Friday. Do not miss on Friday. Rob Multari, Mog Park with Snowpaw 2 coming at you live for Hell of a Show 100 episode. Are you not impressed? You're not even cracking a smile or anything.
I hear that announcer voice all the time.
Just because I say it's time to come to bed with your fiance.
No, usually it's the other way around. I have to remind you it's time to come to bed.
I'm done. Friday. Be here Friday. Do not miss Friday. Do not miss Saturday. Friday, Saturday, Friday, Saturday, Friday, Saturday. Fun times are ahead.